Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another round of sound. This is the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown. I'm Bob Pompeani. Thanks for joining us tonight. Lots to get into. Jim Rutherford resigns for personal reasons. Did he quit on this team? We'll get into the Penguins situation. Also, a mega deal, a blockbuster in the NFL. Two former #1 overall picks traded for one another. But the #1 topic tonight on the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown will be the Pittsburgh Steelers, who now begin an off-season which could be termed potentially tumultuous. We'll talk about it with these three gentlemen. This is your panel tonight. We have Chris Adamsky, upper right, who does a great job with columns in the Tribune Review. Also below him is Andrew Fillipponi from the PM show and is nationally syndicated, Andrew, is it? Or just nationally known? CBS show every weekend. And Mark Kaboly, who joins us from The Athletic, does a great job covering the Steelers. And Mark, I'm going to start with you. Art Rooney had his State of the Steeler address this week. He answered a lot of questions, gave the opinion as if the Steelers are operating as if they will be a competitive team and one who can challenge next year for the Super Bowl. I want to start with Ben Roethlisberger. Looking at 2021, what is their best option at quarterback for the Steelers?
Well, Ben Roethlisberger, no doubt about it in my mind. I mean, you could twist the numbers any way you want and say you could spend $19 million somewhere else. But if you truly believe you're going to have a chance to win in 2021, the only option is Ben Roethlisberger. I truly do believe that they do have a shot to, potentially win the division. I mean, there could be a 10-win team. They still got a pretty good defense. We know that. I mean, they obviously have to plug and play some players here on offense, especially the offensive line. Maybe find a running back, which you can do in the, in the first round of the draft to be able to, produce early. But if you're under the impression that you want to win this year, Roethlisberger is by far. I mean, I don't know where this thought of him being just absolutely, totally trash anymore. The next Blake Bortles, the next whoever garbage quarterback there is. This is a guy that did throw for, would have been 35 touchdowns, 4,000 yards. He had a 8 to 10 quarter bad string. But if you're thinking you're winning, you better bring 7 back, and that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, I don't think, Mark, you're right. That trash quarterback you're talking about might happen next year. We don't know that. At some point it will. He's 30. He'll be 39 this coming season, 40, 41, whatever it is. At some point it's happening. We'll even happen with Tom Brady, whether it's 50 or 55, whatever age he'll be when he falls off that cliff. But if you're going to try to win this coming season in 2021, I refuse to accept that you're better off with Mason Rudolph than with Ben Roethlisberger. Maybe it gets to that point at some point. I don't know. I mean, what are we basing off Mason Rudolph off? Off the 8 games he played in 2019. Okay, there was a lot of extenuating circumstances with the town around him and everything like that, and kind of get thrown in. His next year experience. We'll base it off the 4 quarters he played in Cleveland. Okay, that was above average. It was encouraging, that's for sure. I think maybe Mason Rudolph's in the range where he could be a future starter somewhere in that 30 to 40 best quarterbacks in the world range, 25 to 35, whatever you want to say. But we don't know that for sure. And we also don't know for sure that Ben Roethlisberger is falling off this cliff at this point yet. So you got to ride with him at least one more year if your objective is to win in 2021. And this is professional sports. Your objective should be to win in this coming season.
Bob, this is the first time I've been on in 2021, and my New Year's resolution for the showdown isn't to cut people off. So I'm showing remarkable restraint here because the old me would have jumped all over both of you guys. So let me start by patting myself on the back during both of your opening remarks. Chris, Mark, the Ben Roethlisberger of the last 5 games, Mason Rudolph could absolutely do that. He went 1-4 with 10 interceptions, with 10 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. You're telling me Mason can't do that? 1-4, 10-7? Of course he can. Ben in the last 5 games had a passer rating that was on par with Nick Mullins in 2020. So you guys have to believe that the Ben for 2021 is the guy we saw for the first 10 games and not the last 6 that he played in. And why would you think with a 39-year-old quarterback that he's going to go back in time and not regress? That's number one. The second thing is, and I don't see how either one of you guys could believe this because you're smart, you're around the team all the time. The team they bring in on paper for 2021 won't be as good as it was in 2020 because of their salary cap situation. So you're trying to make me believe that a team that fell behind by 4 touchdowns in a home playoff game and stunk down the stretch actually has a chance to win next year, bringing back a watered-down version of the 2020 team. No freaking way. They are a 9-win team, maybe at best with their schedule next year. So what's the point? Let's go through this whole masquerade to see if we can go 9-7, maybe 9-8 if they play 17 games and luck our way to the 7th seed in the playoffs and need to get red hot and beat Kansas City and Arrowhead in the second week of the playoffs? No, thank you, Bob.
Well, how about this scenario, though? How about if he went through, now keep in mind, he went through this whole season
and turn
after
that pop-off
surgery.
blocker, Adamsky. Get those pop-ups. I know what kind of pop-ups you got on there. Get rid of those.
Yeah, they keep coming, too. He went through the surgery, right? So a lot of people didn't think he'd make it through an entire season. I think that's how you look at this, and maybe he just overthrew himself. Too many passes. He led the NFL in passes, Chris. Maybe he comes back with a full offseason under his belt, and his arm is better than it was this year. I still think he's their best option. I agree with you, too. And, Andrew, I know you're going to ride alone by yourself on this one, but, Chris, your thought on that?
Yeah, you're taking a 5-game sample size, comparing it to a 16 and a 3/4 year sample size before that. And, yes, I get
it. All right, Chris, okay, I'm already going to break my own rule and start cutting people off. Right, gone. So would you say, Chris, would you say the same thing about Drew Brees? So you take his whole body of work in 2020 and you don't look at the way the guy finished the year? When we're dealing with ancient quarterbacks, shouldn't it be more what have you done for me lately rather than their whole body of work?
Andrew, again, you compliment, and there's another pop-up, I guess. Andrew, you complimented my intelligence. You are intelligent enough to know that Mason Rudolph is not going to lead the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2021 to a better record than Ben Roethlisberger will at this point. Now, is there anything wrong with
the best Ben can do, Chris? What's the best he can do?
Why do people hate 9-7, 10-6, whatever? I get that the new modern thing. I'm a numbers guy. I understand. Okay, rebuild, tank, reload, all that stuff. I get it, but I mean, this is professional sports. Get in the playoffs. It's at the NFL. Okay, this isn't the NBA where the 8th seed gets blown out in the first round every year. Yes, are they going to be as good as Kansas City next year? Of course not. But give them a puncher's chance in the playoffs. What the heck? If you got a playoff team, you got a top 5 defense by almost any measure. That's yes, I'm going to lose a couple people, but it's also getting a couple people back from injury. I think the defense is still going to be one of the best defenses in the league. You can't just punt on the season by going with an unproven guy when you have a Hall of Famer, yes, who's not in his prime anymore, but is still amongst the top half.
Chris, at some point, based on Art Rooney's comments, based on what Art has said, at some point they're going to go with Mason, right? At some point they are. I don't necessarily think they should. It sounds like you don't think they should either. But if you take the owner at his word, at some point they're going to give Mason Rudolph a chance to be the Steelers' starting quarterback. Am I wrong about that, Mark?
All right. I got to get Mark in here before we go to break. Mark, go ahead.
I don't even know how to follow up with this. It's just it's just absolutely crazy thinking, I believe, Andrew, that think that you can't think that view that Ben can't win coming back this way. I think his arm was pretty doggone good the last 6 or 8 quarters of the season. And we've seen teams turn it around. Maybe Matt Canada is all they need. Maybe Zach Banner at left tackle is all that they need. Maybe, whoever they draft in the first round is all they need to be able to switch things around a little bit. We've seen year after year after year. I mean, look at 2016. The Philadelphia Eagles were 7-9. Next year they were 13-3. Little things can make a big difference, and that's what the Steelers are hoping for. And I think, I'll go back to my original point. I think it's just ridiculous to think that Ben Roethlisberger cannot play football anymore. You put him on the free agent market right today, somebody signed him for 2 years for $50 million. I guarantee it.
All right. The other thing is he was in the conversation for NFL MVP at 11 weeks into this season. And then, yes, there's drop-off. But at the same time, again, I look at the arm strength, and I think that coming back in year 2 from the surgery can be beneficial to him and them. So we'll see. We got much more coming up on the Steelers a little later. We'll also get into that mega trade. But next, we're going to talk about Jim Rutherford, who resigned. Some say quit. What did he do, and what do the Penguins need to do to bring in the next GM? We'll talk about that and more as we continue. This is the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown right here on KDKA-TV. The #1 Cochran Sports Showdown is brought to you by #1 Cochran. Go one better. And by Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Have a greater hand in your health.